Welcome to Sports Stars previews for the FIFA 2022 World Cup, where we'll be discussing the strengths, weaknesses, and challenges for different sides before the tournament begins in Qatar. Tonight, we'll be discussing Spain. The Spaniards, after winning the World Cup in 2010, have had a rather nightmarish performance in 2014 and 2018, with the latest edition of the tournament seeing them getting knocked out by hosts Russia in a penalty shootout. This time, when the Spaniards take the field, only one member of the golden generation of Spain, which won 2 European championships and 1 FIFA World Cup, will be present in that team, Sergio Busquets. Whereas another veteran, Sergio Ramos, the player with the maximum appearances in the Spanish national team's jersey, misses out as Luis Enrique chose to go with a younger squad, with a fresher squad, with key absences. So we'll start with the absences that have been the players who will miss out on the national squad in Qatar. We'll definitely start with Sergio Ramos. He's been a pillar for Real Madrid in its glorious Champions League times in the 2010 to 2020 era. And after he moved to Paris Saint-Germain, he struggled with injuries, and that might be a possible reason for Luis Enrique to choose him out of the squad. PK was already out of contention because he had already announced his retirement quite some years ago. Another key another key player to miss out would be Oyarzabal from Real Sociedad. The player suffered an ACL injury earlier in March and he was in danger of missing out for Qatar. Ultimately, he did recover, but Luis Enrique kept him out of his plans. Getting back to Luis Enrique's plans, who did he actually keep in the squad? We have Gavi, we have Pedri, a new generation of midfielders who, if play well, can well be on their path to replace the midfield talismans Xavi Hernandez and Andres Iniesta in the Spanish midfield. In defense, we'll have fresh people like Pau Torres, who has touched glory with Villarreal, winning the Europa League, the first European title for Villarreal in ever. We have the fullbacks where Jordi Alba and Dani Carvajal will pair up as veterans of defense as they have been in Spain's national team. In midfield, we have Koke, we have Busquets, who will be a rather older alternative for Luis Enrique, but we can expect a younger duo of Gavi and Pedri to pair up for attacks. In attack, that becomes the major problem for Luis Enrique. We have Pablo Sarabia, we have Alvaro Morata, who will be expected to lead the attack. They will miss on one of their players, who was Inaki Williams, who played in the lower age category levels for Spain but switched to Ghana before the World Cup and will play in Ghanaian colours for the Black Stars in Qatar. So Spain can expect to see a new generation of players take the field as they look for transition, as they look for success in transition, and we'll be keeping you updated as the matches happen for Spain. The group in which Spain is rather a very challenging one, which has Germany, against whom Spain played and won in the 2010 semi-finals with a Carlos Puyol header, though Puyol might be expected to watch from the stands. This time, Spain will play against Germany in the group stage and has Costa Rica and Japan alongside in their group. We'll be keeping you in line for the FIFA 2022 World Cup as it happens, with live blogs, with stories, with podcasts, and with related coverage. Keep following the website and our Sports Star handles on Twitter and Instagram.